So I had a moment of realization sometime last year of how easy it is for us to tie our self worth to the things we do, the jobs we have, the money we earn, the people we have access to, the stages we climb on. And for me, it wasn't an easy realization because of the way or the situation that made me realize it. But I guess we should just start from the beginning. So it's about to rain. I'm getting ready to go to work. But can I just say that I am quitting my job next week? This is my second to the last weekend on this job. And I am nervous and I am scared and I am anxious. And I think I want to document the whole thing just so I can look back and be grateful. Yeah, I'm quitting my job. Wow. I prayed for this job and I'm quitting it. While I was on the job, I realized that I had tied so many things about my life to the job that when things were not working out well on the job, I felt like my life was not working out well. And it didn't have to even be something with regards my work, but just in general. My mental state was that I was not good enough if the job was not good enough. And so, to an extent, I allowed everything about my life to be tied to what I did on that job, who I was on that job, who I was recognized as. And within that period, I then realized that even more than the job, there were many other things in my life that I had allowed to become a defining factor about who I was or, in general, my self worth. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. And so it just like sticks in your mind, like, sometimes it just feels like that the Lord is your shepherd, yeah, but like you're not really allowing yourself to be led. And I think of the illustration of a particular, in the Nigerian context, a particular cow. They are all moving. The shepherd is there, like, oh, move here, or don't move there, or stay away, or don't go there. If one cow somehow wanders away to another corner, it still belongs to the shepherd that is leading the others. It is still a sheep that belongs to that shepherd. That shepherd is still its shepherd, but because it's not surrendering to that shepherd's authority, it just doesn't enjoy the I shall not want. And so it's lacking food, it's lacking water. When its brothers and sisters that are being controlled by the shepherd there at the main road have access to food and water. So like it just resonated in my heart that the Lord is my shepherd. I feel like we say that Psalm 23 verse 1 a lot, but it doesn't resonate. It doesn't really sink in what you're saying. Like, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Like, in this moment, like, just say it to yourself, like, the Lord is my shepherd. You know what that means? And I did second guess recording this voiceover, but I really just wanted to share that sometimes a moment of self doubt is a pointer to Jesus, to how much we need to be surrendering our self worth, our self identity, our self value to Jesus and taking all that we are from Him, making Him our core. So, yes, here's how it's going. I just want to talk about how intentional God is. I was sharing this story with my hairstylist yesterday and I was just thinking about it, like, God is intentional. So I want to walk you through like a whole lifetime situation. Last year, October, I was working a job. I quit the job in October because there were certain things I wanted to do among other reasons. And then at the end of the year, I said, okay, I'm going to go on and do blah blah blah. I had a plan for 2023, which is this year. When the year started, that was my plan. Then towards the start of the year, I just really felt the conviction to go and do this NYC and be done with it. And I'm like, okay, I'll go. After all the back and forth with the Holy Spirit, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I went in January. Now, last year, October, I sent out an application for a particular fellowship here. And last year, November, I sent out an application. I remember just being on my toes, like, you had to come through. I was so certain because I went through the essays and they were top notch. And I'm like, I'm getting this. And so I got a rejection mail, I think February, and I remember just being very downcast, like, oh, how come I didn't get this? And this is May, and I'm just thinking about how God really allows things to fall into place, right? Because if I actually got that fellowship, if it came through, what would I do when I'm somewhere in between? Because The fellowship is supposed to start next month. What will I do when I'm already halfway in between my NYC? Will I put it on hold? Will I now say, oh, I'll go and do my fellowship, the fellowship, then come back, then start NYC before I can do, like, it just have been such a state of I'm confused, God, how? But God really knows how he does these things. He allows things to fall into place just when they need to. Trust God, right? Like from now on, don't take no as I'm not good enough. Take no as God doesn't want me here yet, or God doesn't want me here at all. Do you get it?